Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am getting ready to set up my on-screen recording for you guys. I'm using a Cintiq tablet and it's a 27-inch and my Mac desktop that I propped up on my stand. If you haven't watched my video on my computer desktop setup, go ahead and watch the last video. I'm going to be creating vector objects using this graphic program called graphic.com. You can choose all kinds of, canvases here. I use the blank letter size. There's different kinds of sizes you can choose from, tabloid, legal, whatever. Customize it, whatever size you want, and it goes from pixels to inches. I use inches, and usually I use a blank landscape because I love letterhead and I love all kinds of media using this template here, 11 by 8.5 or 8.5 by 11, portrait or landscape. So what you do is you go ahead and open up a blank document. Again, this is letter size, 11 by 8.5. The first thing I do is I choose the object, which is a rectangle. I'm going to be making a bamboo. And this is how I create it. I use a rectangular shape. On the left-hand side, there's boxes. Then I go to the swatches on the left-hand bottom side, and I click on the white part. And this allows you to basically create the colors. I'm going to be using different color swatches on this, and I like the slider. There's different patterns. You can use patterns, swatches. Let's see. I use CMYK because that is something that is important for printers. And CMYK, there's different kinds of, percentages and things like that that they know that they use for their printing, like screen printing and things like that. Anyways, I am going to basically use the bamboo, and what I do is I choose the color that is complementary to that bamboo color. I'm going to use olive, and what I also use is gradient colors. So you can change the different tones. I use there's radial and then there's linear. So the linear is more customary. So you start off with black and white, and it gradients in the middle is gray. So what you do is you click on those little boxes to the left or the right. I'm going to click on the black box, and then you can pick any color. I choose the green color, and again, olive green. And so once you slide onto the color of choice that you want, it's going to transform that dark black to the color that you like, and it's going to be a dark green color. Okay, then you're going to click onto the left box, and that's the white part on this bamboo, and I'm going to choose a lighter green color. So you can take the eyedropper, you can take the eyedropper and create a lighter green, so it gives that gradient color, a cylinder sort of shape. And you can also add another color in the middle, so you get this plus sign, and you can click in the middle of the rectangular box there and add another color. So I'm going to add a lighter color to give it a shine, that shine that casts when you shine the sunshine light on the bamboo. and it makes it look even more cylinder. Okay, let's see, what else am I going to do here? Move this over. Okay, so I'm going to take off the outline of this bamboo because I don't like the black outline. So what I'm going to do is touch on that black box there, and there's 3 boxes there: white, black, and no color. So I'm going to click on the no color. Oops. And remove that black outline so it looks more realistic. Okay, let's close that. Okay, so this is what it looks like without an outline, which is a little bit more to my, visual that I'm going for there. Okay, now I'm going to add a circle. But what I'm going to do first is move those vector dots. I'm going to add a vector dot using the pen tool and plus above. And then I'm going to curve that vector point. So it's not just a point, it's a curved point. And so I'm going to use a second arrow. I'm going to move that there. Okay. Then the second arrow, I'm going to just grab it and drag it down to make a curved line. So see, that straight line became a curved line. Now I'm going to add a circle at the end of that cylinder so it looks like a tube. It's very much like a bamboo. So this is going to give me that look like there's a hollow end at that end of that cylinder. And what I do is I change the gradient to a different angle. So I do that, click on the gradient, and then I change to from radial. No, that doesn't look good. So I'm going to change it and let's see what I do here. Change it to linear. And then see how it's dark at the top? I want to flip it because I want to make it look like the shadow is below. So what I do is I go to this little flip thing there and I flip it. And so that looks a little bit more realistic than what it was before. So I can also change it by clicking on it and let's see, what do I do here? Okay. I'm going to move this above that layer so it looks more realistic. And then I'm going to adjust the cylinder points just to make it look more like a hollow end cylinder there, just like the bamboo. Like as if though you were to saw off the bamboo and there's a hole in the middle. Okay, I'm just going to make few more adjustments here just so that I like the curvature of that end, and I think I like it. So now I'm gonna move. Let's go back and let's join this. Let's group all of these things because you have to glue it together, otherwise it's just gonna fall apart and it's just gonna be really hard to manipulate. So I'm going to go ahead and do some adjustment, a little bit more adjustments here. I believe I am changing the bottom part to look curvy as well. There you go. And I'm going to add a curve to that so it matches the top part. All right. Okay, now I am going to, grab everything and let's go up to the top and group it all together so it doesn't, I could just group it all together, manipulate it better. Okay, now I'm going to show you that there's 2 parts here that's glued together. All right. So I can never ever lose that shape. Okay, now I'm going to shrink it down and create groupings of this. Okay, I like that shape. And then I'm going to copy and paste it so I have multiple bamboo shoots. And this is how I multiply everything. And then as a group, what I can do is individually put these in front of each other so they look like, objects. All right, so now I'm going to see that curvy line. I'm going to hold it down with my shift key and tilt it and make it look as if though, bamboo doesn't grow all the way straight all the time. So you have ones that are just, rooting from the ground in different angles. All right. So I can change the length and the height of each bamboo so it doesn't look so uniform, because that's not what nature is like. Sometimes it's very, different heights and different angles. So now I'm going to take, let's see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to make a bottom here. I'm going to make the ground, and I'm going to change the color from green, I'm going to change it to white, like snow. Okay, and then I'm going to go to another effect here, color, and change the background to blue sky. All right, just so that you could see what I'm trying to accomplish here. Okay, now I'm going to take the effect tool and make this white land look like snow. And I use the blur effect, and to some degree I create more blur so it looks like snow. Okay, then I'm going to take one of those points, I'm going to add a point, okay, on the bottom of that white blur, and then I'm going to curve it so it doesn't look so straight. It looks like a mound of snow. All right. Then I'm going to basically adjust it, make it look like, pieces of bamboo coming out from the bottom, from the ground. All right. Then I'm going to add the stripes to make it look like bamboo. So what I do is I make a cylinder, and then I'm going to change the shape of this stripe. Those ends at the end of that, what used to be a oval is now a flat oval, and at these end points here, I'm going to use that convert tool and then tap once, and it becomes very sharp at the corner there. Tap once, and then what I think I'm going to do, see, it looks like a teardrop, and I just tap and it looks more like a sharp line at the end there. Then what I'm going to do is, from gradient color on the inside, I'm going to make it a solid color so it looks like a line there. So change it to dark green, all solid dark green, by using the eyedropper and choosing something on the cylinder there, dark green. Tap it once, right there, and that becomes a solid green, and so that looks like one of those stripes on the bamboo, sectional stripes. So I'm going to copy and paste that little line that I created, a little scallop, and copy and paste it and just put it along the cylinder there so it looks like a bamboo shoot. And then I just spread and I add it throughout the bamboo shoot. I'm going to back out a little bit, and so you could see now it looks like a bamboo shoot. So what I do is I'm going to create more of these lines and add it to the other bamboo shoots. But basically, that's how it all looks. It's, this is something I created from a simple rectangular shape to now bamboo in snow.